And we are live on the 92 Rock Facebook page, for Dodge Alpha Media YouTube page. And we've got Sleep Signals in the studio. Fellas, how the hell are you?
We're good, man. Thank you so much for having us.
You got it. So you're on the Sinking Ships tour now. Where did you come from last night?
Really?
It's hard to keep track.
We were in, we're in Iowa now, so we're in Illinois. Spring Valley, Illinois.
Yeah.
Spring Valley. You got Lefties live music in Des Moines tonight.
Yep.
You're no stranger to Des Moines, are you?
No, we've been through Des Moines quite a bit, but we haven't been through since like 2019, I think. Came through with Hell Yeah and Non-Point through Woolies, I want to say. So it's been a bit since we've been through. Or actually, I think that might have even been the other Remains tour in 18. It's been like 4 or 5 years. So.
Yeah, so well before COVID and all that, and where are my manners? Can we get some introductions here? And what's your name and what do you play?
Yeah, my name is Grant Evans, and I play guitar and backing vocals.
My name is Wyatt Henderson, and I play drums.
Robert, vocals.
Jay Lucero, I do lead guitar, backing vocal.
All right, rock on, man. So originally, like, we had you back in the studio 2016, 2017. It was a long time ago since you've been here.
Yeah.
You were billed out of Minneapolis at the time, and now Oregon. What happened there?
Yeah, we relocated the band out to Central Oregon. I was the only one still in the Midwest, so it just got crazy trying to commute and keep rehearsals and writing sessions and all that stuff going. So yeah, we picked up and moved everything out west, and we're a West Coast band now.
So yeah, you guys do tour a lot, and you've toured pretty much the entire country, haven't you?
Yeah, we're pushing 600 shows now. In the history of this band. So yeah, we tour a lot. We had a couple crazy things kind of going on. With COVID in 2020, and then we had a bus wreck in 21. So we had some pretty substantial downtime. Went from playing about 100 shows a year to what do we say we did? I think we did like 18
shows in 3 years.
After playing 100 shows a year. So yeah, now we're back though. Everybody's healthy, and we're trying to hit it hard. So.
I'd say, yeah, you've got, what, like 40 dates on this tour alone?
Yeah, we've already got 90 dates in the books, more that haven't been announced. And those are only through, July. So I know we'll definitely break 100 this year, hoping to try to hit like 150 if we can this year.
How about those festivals? Are you lined up for any of those yet?
Yeah, we're doing Northwoods Rock Rally. We're doing Snake River Rock Fest. We've got a couple others in the works and everything that haven't been announced yet. But yeah, hoping to do more and more of those festivals, and hopefully next year we can get on a lot of festivals. Hoping the new single takes off and everything, and we can start getting into getting on more of those fests.
So when you guys go to these festivals,
Getting on more of those fests.
So when you guys go to these festivals, do you get a chance to actually see some of these other bands that you want to, or is it all business? You get a chance to actually see some of these other bands that you want to, or is it all business?
It's a lot of business for sure, but we're definitely trying to get out in the crowd and meet a lot of people and everything. So we get to experience a lot of the other bands from a crowd perspective, but we're usually talking to people and mingling with fans and stuff out in the crowd. We try to meet with fans and everybody as much as we possibly can, and festivals are a good opportunity to do that.
Oh yeah. So let's do a little Q&A here. Grant, who's your favorite guitarist of all time?
I would go with Andy James, and I know he recently joined Five Finger, and he's a shred monster.
Are you a fan of Five Finger? I know there's...
I am.
Okay.
I know.
People are either way on it,
I know.
Oh, they're so awesome, or
No.
Five Finger.
They got a bunch of hit songs, man. You can't deny that they're a good band.
And great live, too. Great live show,
Yeah.
which I will say from seeing Sleep Signals, you guys do bring more than just the music to it. It is more of an experience with the stage show and whatnot.
Yeah, we've pumped that up quite a bit on this last tour, so make sure people come check us out live on this tour. We upped our production and everything quite a bit. It's getting pretty wild.
Oh yeah. Did you buy a bunch of stuff, when COVID hit, did you buy a bunch of stuff on clearance? Because everybody, everybody's like getting off all this stuff, like we're never gonna be able to use it again.
No, we actually, after the bus wreck, like we lost everything in the bus wreck, all of our gear, our production, everything. And unfortunately, we're still in, pending litigation with the semi that hit us and everything. It's just, it's a long process. It's gonna be 2 years in August. Anyways, yeah, so we had to rebuy everything. We're just like, if we're gonna rebuy all this stuff, like let's go big or go home. So we bought everything exactly what we wanted to get, So yeah, our production is pretty crazy right now. We've got like 4 pretty massive light towers that we have on stage, and yeah, we're definitely bringing a pretty pro level production to small rooms. So it's a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah. So, Wyatt, who's your favorite drummer?
I have to say Vinnie Paul every time, just out of respect. He's what started it all for me, really. Him and my dad.
Oh, that's awesome. Very cool. Very cool. From a musical family, are you?
Yeah, my dad played for like good 20, 25 years before I was born. So.
Oh, sweet, sweet. What do you think of the Pantera-esque reunion they have going on without Vinny?
I respect it in the way that they're promoting it, but I definitely think Chris Adler should have been playing drums on it. But I wasn't Vinny, so I don't know his relationship with Benante that well. So
Yeah.
I'm still gonna go see it though.
Oh, for
No
sure.
question. Yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of almost your old neck of the woods. I think I've got to see them in Wisconsin in July, Rockfest out there. So Cadott around there, I believe.
Yeah,
Cadott, there you go.
Yeah.
I haven't been there if you couldn't tell.
No, I grew up in Eau Claire, Eau Claire area, so Cadott was just right down the road. We played him in high school football and everything, I know Pantera's like headlining a lot of the festivals this year. Like they're definitely hitting the festival circuit hard this year.
They should put the asterisk on it though, shouldn't they?
I don't know. It's still cool. I mean, I get it, and we did that Hell Yeah tour after Vinny had passed, and it was like a celebration of life of Vinny Paul, and they had I forget his name, the dude from Stone Sour, Roy.
Mayorga.
Yeah. Filling in on drums for him, and I mean they were great, and it was a similar thing with All That Remains too. After Ollie passed away, they had Jason Richardson out on that tour that we did with them, and it was still great, and the tribute part of it was really cool, on both of those tours actually. So it doesn't, it really doesn't bother me that they're doing it. I think as long as it's tasteful and it's honoring the Abbott brothers, I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's hard not to honor those guys. Yeah, absolute legends. Okay, so favorite, you play bass, right?
Guitar.
Guitar, okay. Who's your favorite guitarist?
It's a toss-up, man. But who inspired me to want to shred and get good at solos and scales is Jeff Loomis, for sure.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, Jeff Loomis.
Jeff Loomis?
And I find inspiration from Jason Richardson too. Almost every time I see a video that he puts out, it's just I'm in awe from what he does. His technique is just super solid.
Oh yeah. So how long have you been playing guitar then?
Well, when I was younger, I played for about 4 years straight. I took a break while I was in the military for about 8 years, and then I jumped back into it when I got out of that. So another 4 years, 5 years.
Oh yeah. What branch were you in?
I was in the Army.
Okay. Cool. Very awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. I tried some MREs not too long ago.
Not bad, right?
Dude, the blueberry cobbler.
It's on point.
Yeah, that was the one, the breakfast hash brown and that mix.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't that great.
No, if you had the breakfast one, man, sorry.
Yeah, no, the blueberry cobbler though, I savored that thing. That was actually pretty good.
We'd all trade around, man. If we got that, you were lucky. You were on the top of the food.
Hell yeah. So Robert, favorite singer?
I'd probably have to go Michael Jackson.
Really?
I like a lot of pop stuff, yeah. Always been really big into Michael Jackson. Loved Billy Joel. And like I still listen to a lot of pop stuff. I love The Weeknd. And I mean, you can hear it in a lot of our stuff. Like if you listen to like Fireproof, for example, like it's super Michael Jackson. But yeah, I mean, as far as like rock and metal and stuff goes, always you know, it's weird. I haven't listened to the last several Avenged Sevenfold records, but M Shadows always really liked, especially the first couple albums. I was really into that band a lot when they were like more screaming metalcore kind of stuff. But and then I'm really into a band called the Wilhelm Scream. Love their vocalist. It's a hardcore punk band. Not a lot of people know, but their vocalist is just phenomenal. And really into Bad Omens right now. That vocalist is I can't remember his name, Noah something. That dude is just incredible. Really good.
Yeah, so did it take a lot of training to be able to sing those really high notes? Because you're actually sustaining them too.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I grew up singing a lot. I got started when I was about 7 years old in musicals and stuff like that, and I was in choir and chorus and everything in high school. And I actually recently started working with a really good vocal coach who's been, you know, getting a little bit, just trying to get a little bit more out of my voice. And you know, she definitely she's like one of the best in the world, and definitely did a lot for me vocally to be able to hit some of those high notes and sustain them.
Oh yeah. So Wyatt, was it your dad the one teaching you to pound the skins?
Yeah, he taught me. I could play like basic Bon Jovi stuff at like a very, very young age, and then it was when puberty hit that like it really took over, and like Hootie and the Blowfish Rearview Mirror was in my dad's like
Oh
big
yeah.
CD case, and it was like all over it. That was the first album I ever learned how to play, and then Metallica Reload of all albums. So
You know,
it's got a special place in my heart now.
No, I can dig that because I mean the time frame you're talking, it was like Hootie's main one came out like what 2 years before that one, or I mean it was right around the same time. So when did you join your first band then? Did you do that as a kid or did you wait till you were older?
Yeah, I joined my first band when I was like 14, and then I started touring when I was like 15 or so.
Oh, okay,
And I got
wow.
endorsements around 16. I tried to start early. I really wanted to get out there.
Hell yeah. How about you? What was your first band?
Oh man, this is super funny. So I started my first band when I was 10 with my older brother. We didn't really know what to call it, and like Red Hot Chili Peppers was like super hot at the time, and we were like, yo, we need to come up with some like catchy food to name our band. I mean, we were like kids, you know.
Yeah.
So we named our band Lima Bean, and we like created our own merch with like we made like stencils out of cardboard and like spray paint and like Sharpies and stuff. And I mean, we were like playing shows at like the local park down the street from our house, and my dad was driving us to gigs and stuff. So I've been doing this for a minute. But yeah, then I was in a band called Within Sight. I fronted for about 8 years, and was touring nationally between 2015 and 2020.
Very cool, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome. 10 years old rocking band. Robert, what was your first band?
My first band, I think I was probably, I want to say 12, 13, something like that. And I grew up in a little town, 1,500 people, called Osseo, Wisconsin. And it was exit 88 on the interstate, so we called the band Exit 88. And we were real bad. But did like a bunch of covers and stuff, and I was playing in bars and stuff by the time I was 15, because we grew up in Wisconsin, so you know you can do that in Wisconsin.
You can legally drink at 15 in Wisconsin, can't you?
I don't know about that, but I know that like you know, as long as you had a parent with you, like all the bars were cool with minors being in the bars. So yeah, we started playing bars and everything in the area when we were like 15, and you know, playing for a bunch of drunks, and it was interesting.
Oh, dude, no, I could talk about the beer in Wisconsin for a while. 'Cause, I mean, I've only been there a couple times. Last trip to Milwaukee this past summer, like, hit up the Sprecher's Brewery there, which, for non-drinkers, they probably know their root beer. They sell, like, 10 times more than that. any other beer that they have.
I've definitely had the rookie.
Yeah. Not much of a partier though, are you, Robert?
None of us really are. We're probably the most boring like rock band in that sense, out there. We're just all business. We're focused on. We got our eyes on the prize, and we work really hard. So there's just not really time for. We don't have enough time in the day to like do everything we need to do, much less party and sleep half the day away.
Dude, yeah. No, I picked up on that too. And you're like, hey, can I meet you in the morning? I'm like, all right, yeah, these guys, they're either going to be bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, ready to go, otherwise just dragging their sorry asses in here.
Yeah, I think we pulled into Walmart last night at 3:30
Yeah,
in
pretty close
Cedar
to
Falls, and then we were up at 7, going to the gym, and driving out here, so that we can do the interview and then get down to Des Moines for load-in and VIP and everything. So yeah, I mean, and we drive in shifts and sleep in shifts and stuff like that. So it's not like we're getting 3 hours of sleep like everybody's getting some rest. But yeah, it's just work all the time, man.
Oh yeah. Is there any rules on the tour bus that you guys have that's like a complete do not do? Yeah, let's hear it.
Don't leave your dirty socks and underwear laying around everywhere. It's gross.
That's probably like one of the biggest ones.
Yeah.
That's fair enough, I think.
Just being mindful of each other's space.
Yeah.
Yeah, we live together for a month at a time in a 200 square foot space, if that. And it's tight, it's cramped, it's if you don't take care of yourselves, it's very stinky and not a fun experience. So yeah, we just try to be mindful of everybody and respectful to everybody on the bus.
Yeah, fair enough, man. Yeah. Otherwise, you get those animosities going, tripping each other during load-in, stuff like that.
You sound like you've done it before, man.
No, I've hung around it enough, and I know enough jerks, like that'll happen. But yeah, you guys do have load-in here in a little bit. Lefties, live music in Des Moines, awesome venue, by the way. Really great stage, and you're bringing some heavy hitters with you on this one.
Yeah, we've got Etched and Embers, who we played with actually last night as well. We've got our buddies, The Impulsive out of Omaha, and then we have a couple locals, Switchblade Saturdays and As For You as well.
Yeah. I think the only one I haven't heard of is the one out of Omaha, so I'll definitely have to look more into them. But Etched and Embers out of the Ozarks, did you have a chance to catch their set when you played with them last night?
Yeah, we played actually with them about a week ago in Springfield, Missouri as well. So we've seen them a couple times now. A really good band, really good dudes. So yeah, we're looking forward again, getting to play with them again tonight. And then the Impulsive actually we play with again tomorrow too. Actually, I think we have 3 shows with them too.
3.
So, yeah, tomorrow and the next night in Nebraska. So.
Is it difficult picking up bands to play these shows? Like the local bands, usually pretty anxious to jump on, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, the more that we grow, I feel like the easier it gets because, like obviously if it's hard when bands haven't heard of you before, but like we've kind of established ourselves well enough, nationally now at this point where it's usually pretty easy to get bands to jump on, and we love, I love having local support on shows. It's cool to give other bands a shot. We have had other bands out on tour with us playing all the shows and stuff, but a lot of times it's nice just having local support. We get to meet new bands and see new bands every night, and it's cool to support the local bands.
Oh yeah. So what advice would you guys have for some of those local bands that are looking to get out and do a national headlining tour?
I mean, yeah, the biggest couple things that I would say, are just you got to put yourself out there. What's the old Wayne Gretzky thing? You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. So you have to just put yourself out there, and I think just like focus on your product, and we made this mistake really early on too. I think like all bands really do, but if you can go to a studio and pay a so-so producer, set amount of money that's going to get you 10 songs in the full length, or you can go to, to the best producer there is and probably pay the same thing, get 2 tracks. It's better to get the 2 tracks and have really good music, than put out something so. And I know everybody can, in your basement you can put out something pretty decent at this point, with the technology that everybody's got. But just really invest in yourselves and put out the best product available, possible, and that goes with music videos and artwork and all that stuff that goes with it too.
Any other advice?
Yeah, I'd like to add to that. Robert makes a lot of really great points, and I was just going to build off of that and say, you as a local band, like, it should be your goal to be selling out your local venue, and until you reach that point, you're really not ready to take on the rest of the world. Like, you need to find a formula that works for you, and every band is different. And just like Robert said, if you're working on your craft and you're thinking quality over quantity, and you start pushing out some really good stuff, do the same thing with your merch. Like, get the best merch you can possibly get for your local fans. Work on your social media presence, and as soon as you start to really start pushing some tickets in your local market, then what works, and you can start using that formula regionally, take over the region, and then branch out to different states.
Very cool. Yeah, I should have been writing this down. I'm gonna go back and So yeah, with the merch, you guys do have some pretty cool stuff available. Sleepsignals.net. Kind of a camera shot there of the hat. I kept myself off of the camera because all 4 of you guys figure, focus on the important part here. But with all the merch you do, and then how important is doing these VIP meet and greets for you too, and what do they entail on this tour?
Yeah, so usually with the VIP meet and greet, you get early entry. We do a Q&A. You get like a photo op with our backdrop and everything, and then we've got a bunch of goodies. You get a Sleep Signals bag and a signed poster, a laminate lanyard, just a bunch of goodies. But they're really fun. We only recently started doing the VIP on tours. It took us a long time to start doing that because it's really important to us as a band to meet everybody that wants to come to this, and we don't want to charge people to come to this. But we had a lot of people asking for something more, and something more exclusive kind of thing. So that's why we started doing the VIP. And we still, like I said, it's still super important to us, even if people don't buy VIP. We still talk to those people at the show, and we hang out around the show as much as we can and meet people. But yeah, the VIP is just really for people that want, to come have a little bit more, like official kind of setting, and it's a little more quiet. We don't have to, you're not trying to yell over, three bands playing, But it's been huge for us, honestly. Especially with like radio requests and stuff like that. A lot of our VIPs are coming out. We're able to have more of a one-on-one kind of conversation with people, and talk about the radio campaign and everything that we're running right now. And it's really helping us to grow organically, which is because we're independent. We don't have a label. All that kind of stuff is really big for us.
Yeah, which that tune, by the way, I'm gonna see if we got it coming up here on air. It's like, we're not actually doing the on air thing here right now, but One Life, how's that been working out so far?
It's been great, man. We've had really good response from a lot of stations already, and we've been playing it every night on tour, as well as another new single that we're gonna drop next called Fearless, and we've had just awesome response. The song's only been out for about a week, and it's been awesome seeing people come out and singing it every night. People are already learning the words, and it's been awesome, man. This is like, I know every band thinks every piece of music they write is like the best thing they've ever put out, but this really is like the best thing that we've done so far. And we work with Chris Dawson, who's just been pumping out just some killer stuff out of his studio. And he was really able to help us, you know, put out some bangers.
Yeah, I've heard that name come up quite a bit, actually, talking to bands about on your level, like, and with music videos and stuff too. I think you guys use a lot of those same producers. Is there a video out for this yet, or are you planning on making one?
Yeah, we dropped a music video when the single dropped. It's up on YouTube and Facebook and all that stuff.
All right. And how important has social media been for your growth as a band?
I mean, social media is really big right now for us. Specifically our Facebook. Our Facebook has really kind of taken off for us. You know, we've been gaining a lot of fans on Facebook recently, but we're also trying to do a lot more with YouTube and TikTok. And
I just added you on TikTok today, I think. How's that? Do you enjoy that yourself, or?
I'll let Grant. Grant's the man with that.
Yeah, took over the socials a while ago because we really just needed to like take a step back and look at what we're doing as a whole and figure out what works. We need to look at analytics and figure out, you know, short content, long content, and it's been there's been a huge learning curve just looking at like what works. And TikTok is definitely a strange platform because people just like to laugh, and you know, we're such a serious band and stuff. Like, you know, we're always posting polished content and stuff, but TikTok really likes to just like see behind the scenes type stuff and just kind of funny stuff, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, like the producing the stuff, it seems a little like I've been finding that's easier than a lot of those other apps.
It is. It's still complicated when you're trying to juggle, you know, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and then you have multiple different ways to consume content on all of those platforms, and so then you start have a multiplying factor of posting to reels, stories, feeds, and you have to look at all those analytics, and it's I mean, we got like spreadsheets and stuff for keeping track of this stuff.
Oh, wow.
Unfortunately, like the way that the music industry is right now, like you spend 5% of your time being a musician, that other 95% of the time you're doing business or social media or something that's not actually music.
Spreadsheets. I work in an office and I can't run spreadsheets, man.
Oh man, we literally have a spreadsheet for everything.
Yeah, we track everything, do analytics on everything. Like that's the only way you can track your progress.
Stay
And like
organized.
yeah, and with calendars, we couldn't live without a calendar.
Oh, yeah. Well, what's next for you guys after this? I mean, long touring, after a nice long nap, I would assume. Any plans for like the end of the year or into next year? What's the long-term goals here?
Yeah, we're getting out into like August, September, October right now. I know that, you know, like I said, we just dropped One Life. We're planning to release Fearless to follow that up. And then we've got another single slated, you know, sometime later this year after those two. We just have to see how the first two do. And then we go, we get home. We got another week or so on this run, and then we get home. And then we're home for like 3 weeks, and we go out again for about a month and a half, I think. Or I don't know, it's like 30 days. And then we get to go home again for a short period of time. Then we go back out and hit the Southeast again. Those dates aren't announced yet, but but by July we'll have hit the entire United States again, which is really important. You know, we like I said, we played 18 shows over 3 years due to COVID. We lost 54 dates because of COVID, and then we lost somewhere around 50 dates on the POD from Ashes to Noon run that we were on too. You know, due to the bus wreck. So we've got a lot of ground to make up. We got to hit all of those markets.
And it really sucks. That bus wreck wasn't the first time you've had an issue. I think it was like a couple days after you left the studio last time, years ago. You had a whole bus burned down. Like,
yeah, we were in a van at that time still, but yeah, our van caught on fire. The bad transmission fix that a shop had done, and yeah, it started on fire and very quickly caught fire and blew up.
yeah. it was a cool video at least. You know,
Yeah.
watching from the outside, you're like, man, it sucks so bad for those guys. Like, you know, you came in here, it was awesome. You guys kick ass, and then boom, like,
Yeah, it looked like a movie. It was like, it was not just like a small fire. It was on fire.
was that the motivation for Fireproof?
Believe it or not, in a roundabout kind of weird way, it was. The next tour that we did after that, we called the Fireproof Tour, and like the image on the ad mats for it was literally like a picture of our burnt out van, and like after they had put it out, and we even like we made some hot sauce and called it Fireproof sauce, and like we're like at some point we're gonna write a song called Fireproof. I don't know what it's gonna be about, but we're gonna write a song called Fireproof, and then when we started writing it, it kind of like it ended up being about a girl instead, so it's kind of weird, but in a roundabout weird way, it did actually come from that experience.
Well, you know, I mean, that's pretty ballsy to put out there too. Like, bus burns down, Fireproof, and then no bus burning after that. So
Yeah, I mean, the wreck was definitely pretty gnarly. So knock on wood. Hopefully, I mean, you know, yeah, I'm knocking on wood.
Seriously.
good call.
Hopefully we're done with all that stuff. You know, it's been pretty gnarly.
Oh yeah. Well, I know you guys got to get to load in, so I'm not going to take up too much more of your time. Dude, you guys had to take a little detour to get here. I appreciate that. We've been spinning your music for years. In fact, I think the last time you were in here, we were a classic rock station, and it was a regional rock hour is the program
Yeah,
that you were
I
on.
remember that, yeah.
Yeah, and it was part of your music that was able to kind of spawn this station into becoming the modern rock that we are today. So
That's
really
awesome,
cool.
man. I
Yeah.
love to hear that.
yeah, thank you. And fellas, thanks for coming in and enjoying this studio you helped build, and can't wait to keep spinning this one and look forward to what's next.
Yeah, thank you so much for this, man. It means the world to us.
Hey,
Thank you.
You got it.
Thanks so much.
You
Thanks
got
for
it.
having us, Ben.
Yep, Lefties tonight. Go check out Sleep Signals.
See you guys.
Wango Bango.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, man, I really appreciate you.